Welcome back to Fortune Cookies Tarot, and it's great to see you all again. It is Thursday. We're almost through the week. So, this is this reading is the result of the anniversary of Marilyn Monroe's death, passing just in the last couple of months, August 4th. So I've been reading a number of books on it, and there was something that I was not aware of. There's actually a number of accounts that Bobby Kennedy was actually at her house with Peter Lawford the night that she died. Very interesting. There's also an account from a paramedic that her psychiatrist was there at one point. There was some unusual bruising on her, not the lividity that we've seen in the photos from the morgue, but there were some bruises on her. I think it was 2 bruises on her that were suspicious in review of the autopsy. So there's also an account from the chief of police of Los Angeles that Bobby Kennedy was in town that night, that he had flown in and he was in town. Protocol, the police were aware of his presence, but not providing protection and assistance with him. Apparently, there was a car racing around. At one point, it had gotten pulled over, and Peter Lawford was either driving or in the front seat, and Bobby Kennedy was in the back. So, little weird, right? Like, kind of questionable. There's also I just got a book today from Amazon Kindle Unlimited. This is a dude who was a 21-year-old police officer at the time and had been privy to, or he was 21 years old after, it was after, and was privy to some of the secret files and was looking at them, and his determination, it doesn't look like this was on the up and up. So I thought, let's take a look, let's see where Bobby was that night. I'm sure a million other people have done this reading, but I've pulled out some cool new decks. Well, they're not new to me, but they're new to the channel. The Ciro Marchetti Grand Lux Tarot. This is a really, really beautiful deck. And then to complement that, we have the Ciro Marchetti Gilded Revere Lenormand. So I've been pulling out Lenormand decks all week. I had been neglectful of my Lenormand study, so I want to make sure that we do bring that back into practice and share it with all you guys. So as usual, please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of these readings. If you want to refute anything that I say, or you have any other information you want to add into it, please do so in the comments. This is just a tarot reading. We're just having some fun. Well, it's not that fun. I said on Tuesday, or earlier this week when I did my Phil Spector reading, I tend to stay away from the true crime stuff. I like to keep my channel as positive as possible, but it's a spooky season. Trying to find some neat things out. So let's take a look at Bobby Kennedy toward Marilyn. How is he feeling toward Marilyn? We'll take a look. We're going to start with the tarot. Just cutting my deck. And as always, if you're a repeat offender, thanks so much for supporting my channel. If you're brand new here, hope you stick around. We do a lot of fun stuff. Oh, she was a problem. Marilyn was a problem. This is a pretty spooky card. That's our 9 of Swords. She was definitely a problem that they were tied up with. And there's our happy resolution. Has to be done by nurturing a response by the King and Queen of Wands. So one of the things that I was curious about is whether or not Ethel knew that there was something going on. So it looks like they both, Marilyn and Bobby, had a lot of data on one another. So the coins card, when we get the 10 of coins, that can be um, liquidity, it can be information, it can also be security, family, legacy, having a very strong family relationship, and working together, the business of being a family. So they both had a lot of information, they both had a lot of power. She was a big problem for him, though. So she had too much information, and she was not shy about showing it. She was not shy about saying it. So was he involved with her? Did he get involved with her? And I know there's a lot of opinions about this, but let's see what the cards say. Was he involved with her? We're talking romantically. So we got Devil in reverse. He had approached it as hubba hubba. Let's have some fun. Was not really looking at the future, did not think that the future would create the chaos that it did. There's lust here. This was a lustful situation. Now, I always wonder if he was the decoy to pull her off Jack. The Kennedys worked very well in concert like that with each other. They did protect each other. Jack was in a position of supreme power. So, taking the heat off him may have been tasked to his brother. Let's put it that way. So, did he like her? I'm thinking that, he wasn't opposed to it. It was a job that he wasn't. He bragged about it. He did let his baser instincts take over, but it was a job that he was tasked with. Draw that girl off. How was that, Greg? Oh, he can't hear me. Dang it. So that was my Kennedy accent. I hope you guys liked it. So let's pull these up just for 1 second. We'll get a clean view. Oh, and sloppy shuffle. You guys, I'm good for a sloppy shuffle. So, how did Marilyn feel about Bobby? Oh, she didn't like him. I'm getting it. She did hook up with him because she was sad about the president, but he was very rough with her. He was very, very rough with her. He was not. She thought maybe it, and then she realized that she was exposed, and that this was all for her ruin. So she thought at first, maybe good substitution. The gist that I'm getting is that she was very upset about Jack, and he stepped in as the emissary to calm her down and talk to her. And it was like kind of like, oh, I'm crying on your shoulder, and then like, oh, I'm smooching you, oh my goodness. But then he was very, very rough with her. I don't think that they hooked up repeatedly. I think they hooked up like once. I think it was like one bad situation, and then Bobby was her only talking point. She made the threats to Bobby. I will uncover everything about you, and about your family, and about Jack. I will let everyone know what's going on. And I don't think she ever made those threats to Jack directly. But her heart was broken. She really, I think Jack told her things that were not true. I think he promised her when he was done being president that there was a chance that they could be together. I do think he kind of told her that. And it was that power thing that really was attractive to her. This is definitely the power thing. So, did Ethel know? Did Ethel know about this? And remember, we're focusing on Bobby. Ethel suspected, but she did not have concrete proof. She suspected it. And she wanted, she told him, you better get your act together. You better get your act together, kid. Because I'm not going to stand for this. I'm not going to be a chump like Jackie. I'm not going to stand by and let you make a fool out of me in D.C. Not going to let that happen. I'll make your life miserable at home. Yeah. Ooh, tough broad. All right. Is she still alive? I don't know if Ethel Kennedy's still alive. He denied. She didn't believe him, though. Ethel did not believe him. She thought he was full of beans. So, with all that, was he at her house on August 4th, 1962? Was he there? Sloppy Shuffle regained control of the deck. Sloppy Shuffle. Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that he was there. And the purpose was to eliminate her power and to sever the relationship for permanent purposes. The efforts that were put forth, there was only 3 people that knew about this. And I'm going to say it was Peter Lawford, Bobby Kennedy, and the psychiatrist, which is right in line with the storylines that the paramedic has told. So I think he went there earlier in the evening trying to make peace with her. And she did tell him GTFO. Initially, the effort was, hey, I'm just a fun guy. And like, we're not fun guy, but fun guy. We're just going to put this all behind us. And her response was very negative. He tried to be sweet. He did not give her he did not recognize the amount of power that she actually was wielding until he went there and tried to talk to her. And he kept saying, this is all for the greater good of the country. We can't have this. We can't have this. It's really the story he's telling. So I'm asking it. Did he engineer this? Was this a hit? Was it a hit? Nine of Wands in reverse, Eight of Wands in reverse. Elimination of power, elimination of complications, elimination of problems that could crop up. Two of Swords in reverse, cutting in the worst way. And then we have our Hangman, not letting other people see the powerful woman's perspective. I'm going to say, yeah, yeah. Let's pull out some Lenormand. What was he thinking? What was he thinking? So the whip can be self-punishment, can also be sex and, passion, difficulty with normal procedures on that. So we've got the whip created burdens that they could not extricate themselves from. Uh, Seeking protection would require subterfuge and eroding the foundation. So let's keep going on that. Anchor, securing good fortune, good future. And positive talk. The key to that will be the messaging of the woman. So they had to create a storyline with her. Is that where Peter Lawford came in? Peter Lawford, he had said that he spoke with Marilyn, and she said, say goodbye to the president. Say goodbye to yourself because you're a nice guy. That conversation actually happened. Peter lied about that conversation. This is part of the messaging. Peter lied about his conversation with Marilyn. Did he lie? Did he lie? Last call to Marilyn. Sun. So we've got the sun will illuminate the difficult things. The good will outweigh the bad, and present lilies. Lilies they're not great for Lenormand. And I'm just going to pull out my book real quick and just get us a traditional reading on Lily. It's a strange card. It can represent purity or sex. It can represent good spirit, passion. In effect, it's a placeholder for virtue. So the difficult thing would have helped correct these foundations for the stability of the legacy of the family. So Peter was an in-law to the Kennedys. So I'm going to say it, that conversation was not correct. Too bad we don't have the wiretaps from the phone. There is an understanding that her house was riddled with wiretaps and surveillance devices from both government sources, legitimate government sources, and also from some more nefarious individuals like, those organizations that do, thievery and things like that. So there is some thought there. So I am going to say yes, that Bobby Kennedy was likely there. Peter Lawford was likely a party to the cover up. And I am going to have to keep reading my books to get more information. I may decide to do a part 2 on this particular reading, but this was very exciting, wasn't it? It's very neat. So thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow we may or may not have Dueling Tarot. I can't remember if we're going to have it or not this week, but I know we did have to take a week off for some obligations that Alicia and I had. So hopefully we will see you all soon on Dueling Tarot. And if we don't have Dueling Tarot, I'll try and do a live for you guys so we can do lives for you. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great week. I hope you're cruising into the weekend and all things are terrific with you. Thanks so much. And again, if you want to get a private reading with me, there's a link in the description down below. You get your own magical reading with Lenormand or tarot or both, whatever you'd like. So I will see you all soon. Bye.